And welcome, guys. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks on how to use MT4. So if you're completely new to trading, if you're completely new to MT4, then this tutorial is going to give you like a fast track way of getting started, essentially. So I'm not going to show you every single bit of information on MT4, but I will show you the things that you need to know in order to use this professionally. All right, guys, so with that being said, we're going to get started. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is if you don't already have an MT4 downloaded, I would just pause this video and go and download an MT4 onto your platform, okay, an Mt4 software. Now, you can get that directly from Mt4 Metatrader themselves, or you can just go to any broker. Now, our preference is Vantage Market, and I've put our link on the description of this video. Now, the other way you can go and download it is by following the URL that I am going to share with you, and that URL is, I've shortened it so it's nice and simple. It is bit.ly/Vantage Broker Offer. Now, if you go to that, what will happen is you will open up to a page like this. If you would like to download a demo account, then you click demo. If you want to do a live account, then you click live account. Now, you can open up a live account, and with the live account, you don't actually have to put funds into the account. If you do want to put funds into the account, you can also do that. And there is a $500 credit for anybody that deposits at least $1,000 into that account. And you've got to do that within a certain period of time. So if you basically open up an account and you're ready to trade live, once you deposit money, essentially once you deposit $1,000, you'll get $500 of credit, which you can't immediately withdraw, but as you're trading, then you'll be able to. Now, for most of you, you probably want to start on a demo account, which is absolutely fine. So you can actually just hit demo account if you want to do that. The one advantage you have with going for a live account, and even if you're not ready to fund it, is once you go for a live account, you can have an unlimited demo account. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, with MT4, basically what happens is after 30 days, your demo expires. And so because it expires, what happens is you're going to lose all the information, all your data, and then you're going to have to restart another demo account. So you may want to just open up a live account, get verified. You need to send some ID. You know, it's a very reputable broker. They do have an FCA regulation. Now, the one that we're posting here is the international one, because with the international one, you can basically get higher leverage. Now, you know, leverage is one of those things where, you know, I'm not going to give you a whole lesson on leverage, but like if you're really completely new, you obviously don't want to go too high leverage, but you have the option to, okay? So you can go lower leverage, but that's why I prefer the .com, okay? So the link that I've provided, you click that, or just follow the URL, type it into the browser, you'll come to this page, and then that will directly link you to us. And so, you know, if you do need any support with anything, you can then reach back out to us, okay? So we can help you with the process. Now, let's just say you've downloaded either the demo or the live, whatever. Like if you go demo here, for example, and go ahead, you will just have to put in very, very basic details, and then you'll download the software, okay? So assume you've done that, you'll get a little desktop icon basically that looks a little bit like that. Vantage International MT4, okay? So there'll be some options. You want to choose MT4, okay, when you're doing this. So I can actually just walk you through that process. So let me just do something here. I already have an account. I've got a live account as well. I can just show you this. And then when you get this, basically the website you visit operated by an overseas entity which is not regulated by the FCA. Now, basically, this is the Vantage market is regulated by the FCA, but this entity is not. That's why it says warning you there. If you're comfortable with it, then you can proceed. Okay, like I said, if you go with the FCA one, the main difference is that you won't get much leverage. You know, put in a number there, and then an email. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, great. This is the page that I wanted to show you. So now you want to choose MT4. I prefer to use raw ECN spreads. Okay, raw ECN spreads. Then you want to choose the account currency. For me, it would be GBP. And then the leverage, again, if you want to go a little bit lower, you can go to 100. I'm going to keep this as 500. And I'm going to make our demo balance 100K. Click on next. And it's basically saying here, we see that you already have an account. So what it's with you, it won't say that. It will basically set you up. You'll get an email with your login information. So for example, it will look a little bit like this. Okay, so MT4 login, MT4 password, and that's your MT4 server. So now, once you've done that, now it's about setting up MT4. So it's about setting it up so that it looks a lot nicer than this. Okay, so you know, when you kind of join, you know, when you first load up MT4, it looks pretty messy. Okay, what we don't want to see is something that looks like this. We'd rather see something that basically looks more clean like this, so you can really see the charts. I'm going to show you essentially how to set it up nicely, how to add indicators, how to, you know, how to basically maneuver templates and profiles, and, you know, all the basics that you need to get started. So let's do it, guys. I'm going to walk you through right now how to get going. So the first thing is we want to clean this chart up, and we want to do the background. Okay, so on this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to change this background to make this look a little bit nicer. So the first thing you want to do is you want to right click like that onto the chart and then go to properties. And here, I want to get rid of the grid. Okay, so I'm going to select none because I really don't like that. Okay, I like a nice clean background. And then the other thing that I like to do is the candle patterns. I like to have it as bar up, lime green, the bull candle, lime green, the bar down to be, you know, red, 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 and the bear candle again to be, you know, red. And then I'm going to click OK, and then bang, there you go. So that is essentially how you set up the background so it's nice and clean. Now, as you can see, there are some indicators here. Now, what you want to do with these is, again, you can actually just go to, you can right click on the chart, go to indicator list, and, you know, any indicators there, you can actually just delete them like this. Now that we've got no indicators on there, so let's say we want to add in the, you know, maybe a moving average. Okay, moving average is always good to add on to your charts. So we go to indicators. Because moving average is the trend one, you can find it here. Essentially, you can kind of just look through and find, you know, trending ones, custom ones. If you want to kind of just flick through these to see which ones you might want to add. So in this case, I'm just going to go to trend, moving average, and I'm just going to add in the 50 moving average here. So we'll change that to 50. I like the color red. And then what you can do is you can just click OK. Now, before I do that, I want to just change a couple of things. So I like exponential moving averages. So I'm going to change that to exponential. And the other thing that I prefer is I prefer the thickness to be a little bit more. Now I'm going to leave it as what it is, and then I'm going to show you how to actually amend an indicator. So if I click OK, that's basically what the 50 EMA looks like. Okay. Now, which is absolutely fine, but as I said, I don't particularly like it that thick, that thin. So what you can do is if you double left click on it, you can actually change the thickness like that. Okay. The other thing you can do is once it's selected, you can also right click on it and then go properties and then again adjust it there as well. So either one works, double clicking on it, or you can right click on it and select here. If you don't want this here, you can actually just right click and delete indicator, or if you have lots of indicators, as I said before, right click, indicator list, and then you can just go in and delete or edit multiple indicators at the same time. So that's the adding indicators part of this video. The next thing I want to show you, which is really, really important, is how to set up templates. Now, let's say, for example, this is a template that you like. Okay, so maybe the 50 moving average, you would like to basically add this in. Well, what you can do is, let's say this is a template that you're going to be using. You're going to right click, we're going to go to templates, and we're going to save template. Now, you want to save it a name that has some kind of meaning. So you want to delete where it says template name, and then here you're going to put in something like 50 EMA candle chart. Okay, and then we're going to click save. Now that template is now set up. So how is that useful? Well, let's go to, for example, euro dollar here. Now euro dollar, as you can see, has got the template that we had before. Well, we don't like this template, right? So what you can do is you can just simply right click, go to templates, and then you'll see you can either click load template if you can't see the template that you want. In this case, we can see it's the 50 EMA candle chart. Otherwise, you just go to load template. So I'm just going to click on this, and then bang, we now have our favorite template on the euro dollar daily chart. And you know, and you can do this again. So if I open, and then you can do this on any chart. So if we open up a new chart, so the way you do that, if you go to file, new chart, and let's say we want to do GBP USD, again, you can see we don't really like this template. We're going to go right click, template, and then again, you can see instantly we have the template that we want. And what I recommend is you set up multiple templates for different types of analysis. So you may want to have a trending one, a ranging one, one with specific indicators, because the good thing is like sometimes, I like using indicators, but they can really cloud your judgment. They can really, it could be too much on the screen. So what I often do is I have a template and I'll put it on, and just to see where the whole picture is, where the indicators are, if they're overbought, oversold, and then I'll just remove that template for a more simple template. So you can easily just switch it on and off. Now, the next bit I want to show you is the symbols. Now, this is something that people often don't notice. If you kind of see here, you can see that these are grayed out and there's not many symbols there. And, what you want to do is you want to right click on that and you want to select show all like that. And now you can see the ones that you're interested in. So the ones that are available for us are basically here. Okay. And you can see, this is like gold and the S&P, and then these are the currency pairs. So these ones are available to trade. So if you want to, for example, look at gold, you just simply drag in gold like that, and there you are. There's the gold chart basically. And you can see up here that these are like buy and sell order buttons there. And I'm going to talk about how to place an order in just a moment. Now, the next thing I want to show you here is also how to actually, make this more visible so it's easier for you. So what you can do is you can just drag it out like that, and now you can actually see all of the different instruments available to you, and you can see the bid and the ask, and that's essentially how to do that. Now, one thing I'll show you here next is how to actually place an order. So in order to place an order, let's say, for example, we're interested in trading gold. You go to new order, and this is basically how you do it. So here is where you would put your stop loss. So let's say, for example, the current price there is 1952. So let's say we want to buy gold. We'd put a stop maybe at 1850, and maybe we'd put a take profit at 2000. And here you want to put your comments basically, so you know why you're buying. So uptrend, and see more detail than that, but just to show you the example. And then you've got the different types of orders. So you basically got market execution, where you basically just get in straight away. Your stop goes in, your take profit goes in, and here is your volume as well. So this is going to be one lot. Okay. Now, if you want to calculate, risk manage your position, you want to use an FX calculator, and we recommend the one on MyFX Book. It's pretty good and simple to use. So if you go to MyFX Book, position size calculator, if you Google that will come up. You can put all your credentials in and find the right risk management. But just for the sake of this example, if I want to just get in at market, I just hit buy, and then I am in. And if you want to see that position, you can see right there, buy one lot, gold, tells me the price. Here's my stop, here's my take profit. And this is the current profit going on. So now, if I just double click on that, I can actually amend this. So let's say I thought, actually, no, I think, the take profit should be a little bit higher. You can change that to go a little bit higher. And then you can kind of see that's basically been changed, and you can see it right there. Okay, so, and, if you kind of scroll, you can actually see your positions there. There's your stop, there's your entry, and there's your take profit. And again, you can just change this template, and it's just a little bit cleaner, isn't it, to see, in my opinion. So obviously this is all a preference. It's my preference. Yeah, you can obviously play around with it and make it look the way that you want to see it. Now, the next thing and very important thing is profiles. So if you would like to set up a profile, actually, just before I do that, one more thing I want to show you on orders. That was a market order. You can also place a limit order. So you'd have to select pending order, put your stop loss in, your take profit, your buy limit, where you want to basically get, and then you could. So let's do it for this one. So let's say we want to buy at 1951. It's got to be a lower price than the current price. We'll keep the same stop. Take profit is going to be 2000, and we just hit place. Then it's going to place it, and you can actually see here, if you want, you can put an expiry to your order. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to place the order, and that order has now been placed. If the market does pull back and hits 1950, wherever I put 1951, then it's going to basically add to our position. Now, the next and very important thing is profiles. So you can see down here, these are default profiles that are already in MT4. What we want to do is we want to create our own. And so the way that I like to do this is I like to look at this in a 4-section window. So I'm just going to delete this one here, and we've got 4 windows here, and let me show you how we'll do it. So this, let's say we're going to set up the euro dollar, okay, the euro dollar. So I like to look at a weekly time frame, I like to look at a daily time frame, I like to look at a 4-hour time frame, and then I like to look at a 1-hour time frame. So you can see here we've got a euro dollar weekly, a euro dollar daily, we have a gold 4 and a gold 1. Now I'd like to just have this all euro dollar. So what you do is you go over here and you select euro dollar, you drag it in, and there it is. And then finally here you go to euro dollar and you drag it in, and there it is. And so that's what that looks like. Now what I will do is I'd go window and I'd go tile windows. And so now you can see we've got them really nice and organized, weekly, daily, 4-hour, 1 hour. And you can just kind of, you know, the way that I normally do it is I will make the weekly a little bit bigger. I would, you know, do any analysis I want to do on it. And then I'd basically, you know, put it back down. And then what you can do with this is the following. So you can go over here, you can go save profile as, and then name this like euro dollar. Okay. The other way of doing it is you can go file, and then profiles, and then save as. Okay, it gets you to the same spot. I'm just going to call this one Euro USD, and then click OK. And now that is saved. So let's say, for example, we did this for every currency pair we were interested in. What you can do is, let's say we're on British pound, right? That's British pound. And then we're like, okay, let me see what the euro dollar is doing. You can see we've instantly got that set up. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys is actually how to use the drawing tools. So you can see up here, this is the weekly chart. I'm just going to basically minimize this like this. Okay, we don't need that right now. And if you want it back up, you can just go to terminal. What this is actually really good as well, just to mention, is you can actually get your account history and run the report. So if you go to account history and then you see your trades here, you right click and then go save as detailed report. And basically it will save your report, and then you'll be able to open it like this. So you'll be able to see your metrics basically like this, and you can see all of those things there. So that's a really good feature on Mt4, and I highly recommend that you use that. Okay, so now what we want to do is show you the drawing tool. So you want to go to view toolbars, and then basically make sure all of these are ticked, and then you can see here these are all of your drawing tools. So you can use a trend line tool, you can just connect points like that. Again, if you don't like the way the trend line looks, you can right click trend line properties, change what it looks like, and you know, change the color if you want, and then click OK, and then that's done. You can see here horizontal lines, you can just draw it like that. And then if you double click on it and then hit the control button on your laptop, you can also duplicate it. So you can easily just do that. You can do that with this as well, like that. Okay. You can also do one more thing with trend lines. If you select ray or unselect ray, ray basically means it will extend it out, down or up. If you don't want it extended, you can untick it. Okay, so like you can see there, it's not extended. And if I just click trend line properties, hit that, then the trend line gets extended. Yeah, you can also add in notes here and things like that. So that's quite useful. What I like to do is put in notes on my chart and then screenshot them. So let's say we want to add in some notes here, text properties. So buy zone, for example, buy zone. Click OK, and then you can see your notes there. And so, you know, let's say you want to take a picture of all that. You go File, Save as Picture. You can save active chart as is, and then keep this ticked as post image on MQ05. And so once you've done that, what I like about this is that you can actually, you can see this is a link to your image. So you can just put this into your trading journal. So, or you can just literally right click, I believe, copy image or copy image link. And now if I just show you, I can bring in that link, post in there, and you can see there's your chart. So let's say, for example, you know, you want to journal your trade, you get the link, stick that into your journal. And so when you put all of your notes as to why you took the trade, you can just click that link and just have a look at the notes that you've put in, your text, and any drawings that you've put in there. And then instantly you kind of know why you took the trade, and you can kind of, you know, get that information straight away. All right, that completes today's MT4 tutorial. Let me know if you found that useful. You can comment below the video, and if you have any questions, let me know. But this is basically a beginner's MT4 tutorial. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you again soon with another video.